what happens when we die, like in a way that can be explainable to people who are attached to the physical body. Like what happens when our physical body passes?
You're changing your outfit.
Hmm.
Simple as that. You're taking off clothing. If you really want to break it down to someone, that's all it is. Your body is just a temporary vessel. Your consciousness exists independently of the body. For example, your body was born, it has an origin point, linearly speaking. You can look at your birth certificate. Your consciousness was never born. Your consciousness has always existed. It is, again, a fractal of source energy. It is eternal, it is infinite. That dimension of you dives into the experience of time through diving into material form, because time and materiality go hand in hand. They connect and support one another. This has to do with different ideas such as gravity and mechanics of the physical universe. But when you have physical things, time will be produced as a byproduct of how those things, intelligences, experience their physicality. It's filtered through the experience of time. So ultimately, the idea is when you die, you are taking off your physical time machine, so to say, and you step into a realm of timelessness. You step into the realm of spirit. You are naturally lighter in nature because a part of your physicality is your physical ego. And when you die, you also take off the physical ego, and that's what causes you to experience a oneness with everything. You're no longer wearing the filter. So from that spirit perspective, you can then go through all types of different experiences that allow for you to continue your education, that can allow for you to operate as a guide so you can benefit those that were a part of your physical life. There's all types of different things that you could do as a spirit, and many spirits will choose, linearly speaking, to, in a sense, go through an energetic recycling where they take on new qualities, new ideas, new patterns, and that person's consciousness will then express as a new consciousness altogether that will then incarnate into whatever body or form most greatly represents its energetic patterns. And linearly speaking, the cycle continues. So you'll have physical experiences designed to educate you and grow you. Then you will have spirit experiences designed to educate and grow you. And then you'll oftentimes, linearly speaking, incarnate once more to ground in the spiritual understandings you received pre-lifetime. And it's not as if that's the only way to roll, so to say. You also have the ability to transcend that experience of linear incarnation altogether. That's also available. So when you are in spirit, many different possibilities open up. It all depends on the sophistication and intelligence of your consciousness when you're operating in those realms. Because if a consciousness is not very developed, there is less it is capable of in that pre-lifetime phase. The more developed it is, the more it's capable of. It's the same thing on Earth. If you only know very basic things and haven't developed yourself, you're only capable of basic possibilities. But if you have honed your skill sets and your consciousness while on Earth, you can expand and express yourself in many different ways. So it's the same idea in spirit.
Is there benefit to gaining perspective on are these lifetimes happening simultaneously?
Yes,
or
they're happening simultaneously, but you don't really have that perspective available to you because of your incarnation. So again, because you have incarnated into time, your consciousness makes these experiences look linear. But in the spirit realm, you're not really using the same frequency of time. So things become incredibly simultaneous in your perception from the spirit perspective. They only appear to be linear because of the physical effect that time has on your consciousness.
And how do physical people gain access to other versions of themselves and other entities and other dimensions?
Fundamentally, it is the same concept. Just as we described to you, imagining your preferred version of Earth, imagine a version of Earth that represents a lifetime you feel you are connected to. And you can scan into this by just detecting what cultures, what periods of your history you find yourself to be attracted to. Once you, again, through the heart, feel the coherence, feel the resonance, you have a lead. And the idea is to then imagine a version of Earth where that society is active. Take a moment to observe the culture, the way things are done, and then imagine how you would prefer to express yourself as a citizen within that society, as a member of that culture. And through you just observing that imagining, that alternate self will actually communicate to you their nature, their lifestyle, their ideas. So your imagination is like a satellite dish. It can tune to many different frequencies. It can connect to many different realities. So it is the imagination that allows for you to tune in, to align with these different lifetimes or other beings, so on and so forth. So utilize that and pay attention to, again, the energetic quality behind the imaginings. It's the energetic quality, the feeling of resonance that determines if you are accurately perceiving the information.